Hey, I'm back. I just wanted to shoot a quick video, and by that, I hope it'll be under 5 minutes. We'll see. Sometimes I rambling on. We'll see what happens. But I just wanted to address the quick point of, Alec, why'd you buy a house? I thought the whole point of this was to live on the land, not to live in town. Well, let me talk about that for a minute, because this is going to lead up to a longer video that I wanted to shoot for quite a while, addressing the synthesis of pragmatism with idealism, because that has been a very large point that I've thought about over the last 5 years. And I don't want to do that here. I just figured it'd be thematic to shoot it in this fucking place for this particular video. I'll be doing that on the land, but don't think I'm getting soft on you. I'm still out there. I ain't living here. This ain't for me. This is for my friend Gabe, his wife, and his kid. And ideally, the many kids they're going to have while they're living here. So let me explain. I don't think, based on my experiences with dating, since coming here, I was a lot more optimistic back in the day, but the reality on the ground is still just as miserable as it was down south. So a lot of it's me. I'm not going to say it's not me. A lot of it's other people. A lot of things coming together, but I'm not going to talk about that. This video is going to be 30 minutes long. My whole thing is, I don't know if I'm going to be able to have kids. I tend to like older women. I turned 30 in 2 years. Older women when you're 30 means, you know what it means. So I'm not going to, I can't bank on that anymore. I'm getting too old for that. And I can't stand younger women, by and large. Obviously there's good ones out there, but I don't see them. So, you know, they're already married. They already have a kid. They want to have more kids. 1,900 square feet, $75,000. It adds up. I couldn't build something like this for $75,000. And the convenience of having it in town for their purposes, it all kind of makes sense. And it's important to me that they have a lot of kids, because the more kids they have, the more hands we have on the farm, and we need a lot of fucking help out there. And it's a lot fucking easier to just raise people into being good at stuff than to try and teach people as they're older, as I've also found. You gotta have patience with people, because people had patience with me, but fuck. Getting people to commit, you know, you spend so much time training people to do basic shit, and then they just leave and they don't care anymore. You know, it's a pain in the ass. With a kid, you got 18 years, you can just basically train them how to do stuff. Even young, they can do some useful stuff. You just have to, you exhort them, you know. And that's been interesting, especially with his first kid. But, you know, if they could have 4 or 5 kids, we'd be fucking good. I wouldn't have to worry about getting old. Probability is one of them probably would be responsible enough to help us, so that'd be cool. Money I can make on this place, because it's a 1,900 square foot house with a 2-car detached garage. It could be a 3-car that I have to fix. There's a lot of money to be made, so we're gonna have to see where that goes. It just seemed like a good idea. It solved a lot of problems. They don't have the mindset to make it on the land. You got to be rough. You got to be tumble. I got to give him credit, especially his wife. I mean, that gal, there are not many women I've met that would deal with the shit that she's dealt with. And even as tough as it is to deal with her sometimes, I do have to think about that and remind myself of that. So that's why. That's the ultimate reason why we're doing this. I'm essentially not paying for it. I'll be doing a few utilities, which fucking whatever. It's like $100, $200 a month. The maintenance cost of renting this is extremely low. You know, people are paying in this town for a studio apartment $1,200 a month. I'm not going to give exact numbers, but this is close to half that to own it. And I know how to do all the maintenance shit, because that's what I'm doing for 5 years anyway. So it all kind of adds up. It's a good store of value. It just makes sense. I'll be here for, you know, events and shit, but I'm not going to be here that often, except for fixing things and making sure everything's working. Because, like I said, my heart, 15 miles that way, south on those 40 acres. That's why I'm here. As nice as this is, as cool as it is, that's not why I'm here. But, I don't know, thinking about turning 30 in 2 years, it's just, you know, time ticks. I don't know what's going to happen. I know what could happen. And this seemed like a safe bet. And I have strategies in case, you know, the economy tanks and I'm fucked, to essentially file for bankruptcy and lose this place, but not the property. But I'm not going to explain that, because I know if that ever does happen, people look backwards and they try to figure that shit out. So I'm not going to explain the specifics, but I have a pretty good idea. I've been working with a few people I know. that are very business savvy. So we'll see. I'm not really in any danger. I have a lot of strats, a lot of maneuverability. The mafia is fucking gay as that sounds. They have a lot of interesting strats, and there's a lot of mafiosos around here, and a few of them I'm friends with. So I've heard a few things. May not be a good thing, but we'll see. We'll see. What the fuck? That was a good take.